So first question I'm going to answer is the question about what is the origin of the universe according to a secular humanist. Well, they believe in the theory of Big Bang, a theory where 10 or 20 billion years ago, something happened, and that's the Big Bang, the big explosion that happened in our universe. And it's basically the event that began our universe, and from that tiny little pieces, it forms our planets and it forms our universe. But why it happened and how it happened, it's still a great mystery to the world of science and to many of us, even to the secular humanists, but that's what they believed. The second question I'm going to answer is about where did man came from. According to John Lambert on his blog, secular humanism itself actually doesn't even attempt to address the question of human origins or the origin of life in general or the origin of universe or anything like that. He believed that science addressed those issues, and most secular humanists would follow scientific theories about the origin of life and humans and universe. So most of them believe in a theory of evolution, which is a theory of evolution is a natural selections. It first formulated in Darwin's book in the 1800s. And it's the process by which organisms change over time as a result of changes in heritable physical or behavior traits. So like human can come from apes or monkeys and other creatures, stuff like that. They evolve and become us. The third question is about who am I? The secular worldview is a worldview in which man is the measure, mankind is the ultimate norm, basically, by which truth and values are to be determined. So, according to secular humanism, all reality and life center upon human beings. So, in fact, us human beings act as God. And according to Wong Q, a theoretical physicist, things do not have meanings, good or bad, and we give them meanings. If something makes us sad and we cannot change the thing itself, then we should change our mind. So we basically are God, and that's how we take control. We determine how things are gonna go, and how we respond to things, and that could change our world. So that's basically their view about who am I. The next question I'm going to be answering is the why am I here? Well, to the secular humanist, the purpose of life is to pursue happiness during our life. A good life is happy and exciting life. And the ultimate measure of life success is the happiness in our lives. And everyone should have the right and mean to be happy regardless of their social status or whatever. And feeling happy is basically the most basic and fundamental human right. And so why we're here to pursue a happy and good life. And the next question is, where am I going? From the secular humanist point of view, for us individual, there's nothing beyond our death, really. We just do not exist there. Our existence have a finite range in both space and time. It doesn't make logic sense to talk about what happened to us after we die. It only makes sense to talk about what happened to us while we are still alive. So we basically, when we died, we don't really go anywhere. That's the end of our existence and our lives. The first question is, what is the origin of the universe? Well, we believe that God, our creator, created the heavens and the earth. Like it said in the Bible, in Genesis chapter 1, it said, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And I'm quoting from Asbury Bible Commentary here. It said, the world did not come to existence by accident, but reflects order and design. And one can postulate a deity who designs teleologically. The universe is an expression of his will. The immensity of creation affords a conception of the innate power of the Creator. Indeed, the means by which creation was brought into being was effortless. God characteristically spoke the world into being. So the universe was created by our God. And the second question here is, where did man came from? Um, from the Bible in Genesis chapter 1, verse 27, it says, "So God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them." So man came from God because God created them out of the dust and breathed the breath of life and create mankind. The first man was called Adam, and then the first female was called Eve. The next question I'll be answering is, who am I? Well, there's a lot of verses in the Bible that talks about who we are as human beings and also as the children of God. Why the children of God? Well, in John 1, verse 12 to 13, it said, "Yet to all who did receive him, to those who believe in his name, he gave the right to become the children of God. Children born not of natural descent, nor of human decisions or husband's will, but born of God." So that's one of our characteristic. We are called the children of God, but there's also many other things that God called us. He called us friends. He called us many his disciples. A lot of words that the Bible used to illustrate who we are in God. The next question is, why am I here? The Bible tells us that God specifically created man and woman in his image, and that he desired to have fellowship with his creation. So we are created to have relationship, to have fellowship with our God, the Creator. And then the Lord blessed the humankind and gave them dominion to rule over the fish of the sea and the birds of the air and over every living creature that moves on the ground. And also in Colossians 1, verse 16, it said, "For in him all things were created, things in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or powers or rulers or authorities, all things have been created through him and for him." So that's why we're here. We are created for him. The last question here is, where am I going? In the Bible, in 1 John 5, verse 10 to 13, it said that whoever believes in the Son of God has the testimony in himself. Whoever does not believe in God has made him a liar, because he has not believed in the testimony that God has borne concerning his Son. And this is the testimony, that God gave us eternal life. And this life is in his Son. And so whoever has the Son has life. And whoever does not have the Son does not have life. And I write these things to you who believe in the name of the Son of God, that you may know that you have eternal life. So if we believe in the Son of God, which is Jesus Christ, we will have eternal life. But in Romans 2, verse 6 to 8, it said, "He will render to each one according to his works. To those who by patience in well-doing seek for glory and honor, he will give eternal life. But for those who are self-seeking and do not obey the truth, but obey unrighteousness, there will be wrath and fury."